It'd be better for them to tell you to just get on the highest hill you can and get closest to the center of town so you die instantly. That would be more loving and more truthful than, oh, just go in your house and tune in to be told what to do next. So when the house gets blown a mile down the road, you're all just chopped up, rotting meat in there that's going to be stinking real good in a couple days. Tell you what, when the hydrogen bombs are dropping, when the cruise missiles are coming in, when the ballistic missiles are coming in, how about you just tell the missiles your pronouns? Or just tell them you don't identify, say, I don't identify that as a hydrogen bomb. And it'll go, okay, there's no such thing as hydrogen bombs. You just play your little leftist delusional crap. So the power structure is desperate. They don't want to lose their globalist power. And so they're going to full war with Russia to hold the world hostage. And it's totally insane. And you know if the Russians don't start striking back, NATO will just up the provocation because the decision's been made to start a nuclear war. I didn't say World War III. We're already in World War III. Russia sat there and waited to see if more countries started piling on with the NATO plan to have each country bomb with their systems that they run, their satellites control, Russia, pretending because they're in Ukraine, that isn't a NATO attack. And Russia said, no, that's a NATO attack. We've really already been at war with you, but it'll be official. So, I know I keep repeating it, but I got a lot of other news here, but this is the big one. World War III has started. The only question is, will it escalate to nuclear war, or will saner people dial this back, and will we have diplomacy and détente? Because no one right now is talking to the Russians. And that's the first thing I'm going to cover after I play this clip of Glenn Beck yesterday, talking about this. And you say, well, what's a clip from yesterday? That's old news. No. The past is the present, is the future. He's explaining in just 2 short minutes everything, a very complex issue boiled down in a very accurate way. Here it is.
So last night, after, what, a day ago, 2 days ago, we finally heard that the president had given Ukraine the go-ahead to use these U.S. long-range missiles at Russia. Ukrainian troops launched an attack against a Russian border region with 6 U.S. long-range missiles. This comes after, again, Putin approved the updated doctrine lowering the threshold for the use of nuclear weapons. How many times has this guy given us a red line and said, don't cross this or it will be World War III? And we've crossed it every single time. For a man who's backed in the corner, a man who is a bloodthirsty killer, you don't keep backing him into a corner. Or what happens? Eventually, he says, I'll have absolutely no credibility, and his people who have just been bombed with U.S. missiles, which he just said 2 days ago, will be an act of war, has got to say, you know what? The worst thing I can do is not act, because I'll lose all credibility in my own country and throughout the rest of the world. We have entered a moment of madness. What Joe Biden did is impeachable. Who launches 62 days before you're out of the office? Who starts World War III? By the way, there's a couple of other things you should know. This isn't the only thing going on. There's been a couple of other things. First of all, they cut some telecommunication cables. Who? We don't know, but we suspect the Chinese. The Chinese ship Yi Peng is the main suspect in an investigation now on who cut 2 undersea telecom cables between Finland and Germany. Why would you cut cables between Finland and Germany? Well, if you're going to restore the Soviet Empire, Finland was part of that Soviet Empire. They've been the ones saying, please stop all this madness. That was cut. Oh, also the telecommunications lines between Sweden and Lithuania. Sweden was an allied. Lithuania was an Axis. Lithuania was under Soviet rule as well. The ship sailed right over the cables when they were cut 8 a.m. on Sunday and 2 a.m. on Monday. Gang, things could be different by lunchtime. Pray for your country. Pray that Vladimir Putin does not strike a NATO country, even with a conventional bomb. Pray that this madman will listen to Donald Trump and realize this is over in 62 days. But then again, the guy wants to collapse the United States of America. As I told you, if Trump wins, one of the things I'm very worried about is terrorism and war. That the left is so insane that they have this, if I can't have you, no one will. That they've been backed into a corner. They have everything riding on it. They've got to bring it down before Trump gets in. It was the worst case scenario. Pray the bloodthirsty madman in Russia is more sensible than this senile old bastard in the White House.
Now, that was yesterday.